welcome to Topical Issue. I thank you for tuning in. I'm Stanley Charles.
Big ideas can come from anyone, anywhere, anyone willing to create change. They can come from future makers like you. The Caribbean needs your big ideas to create positive change. Your radical ideas can propel us into a more resilient future. Your ambitious ideas can make our region stronger and better. For more information on how to join the movement, go to www.caribbeanpivot.com. Will you make a moonshot? Let's innovate.
We have a kind of special for you. Anslem, as you know, is one of our most distinguished lawyers. Over the Christmas period, he has a tradition where I would say he feeds the needy. And we attended and see what he's up to. So here is Anslem Clouden.
Wonderful. Drop 5 pounds of beef and 5 pounds of pork for every person now. This is a tradition, literally a tradition. We've done this for the past 20 years. And at this time, given the grip that the virus now has on the country, I think most persons in the community could be guaranteed after they get their meat, they can literally stay at home without having to go searching for food for Christmas. So I'm happy that at this time of national crisis, we're able to provide food. And this is why we should have closed our borders. We have enough food here to feed our people.
So there you are. You saw Anslem as he's relaxed. He's not in the court battling for the rights of others. No, there he is, feeding the multitude, as they say. But here is a young woman, and she may very well remind you of our very own Jada Green.
Firmly believe in the dignity of human values and that all men are endowed by the Creator with equal and inalienable rights, reasons, and conscience. That rights and duties are correlated in every social and political activity of man.
The world we live in, corruption and organized crime has been the order of the day.
And that while rights exalt individual freedom, duties express the dignity of that freedom. This is where the government comes in, because they have the responsibility for putting these conditions in place so that we all enjoy our rights as humans.
My name is Naomi Oloyede. I'm 11 years old. I like singing and mostly giving public speech. Good day, my distinguished audience. I'm from the Battle Axe High School in Abuja, Nigeria. I want to give speeches so that everybody can know the effects of corruption. In the world we live in, corruption and organized crime has been the order of the day. Hardly days passes by without us hearing breaking news on corruption. What to do to fight corruption? As a child, I will resist the temptation of peer pressure. I will learn how to say no to wrongdoings. I will quickly exclude myself from groups planning or committing crime in my society, and I will report to the authority. We should have good government that will not engage in corrupt practices, government that will provide us with enabling environments. As children, we want to grow up in a place where there is peace, where there is power, and where the rule of law is respected. The future of the children and the youth is in the hands of our policy makers. So I want to plead with you to join hands together to make our world a better, safe, and inclusive place. Thank you.
Big ideas can come from anyone, anywhere, anyone willing to create change. They can come from future makers like you. The Caribbean needs your big ideas to create positive change. Your radical ideas can propel us into a more resilient future. Your ambitious ideas can make our region stronger and better. For more information on how to join the movement, go to www.caribbeanpivot.com. Will you make a moonshot? Let's innovate.
Well, I'm always boasting about Anslem and Anslem Farm. So, as the new year start, I thought, well, let's get it off to a nice kick. I'll borrow some of his flowers without him knowing, and certainly we'll get some grapefruit because he's got lots of grapefruits. We'll see the pigs. Have fun, borrow some eggs, and off we go. But I took the time in a relaxed way to speak to Anslem, referencing the Dorset child.
I feel good. I don't feel good at all. I could feel much better if these people decide to pay me more money. That's what I'm looking for.
Anslem, what are you looking forward to at the start of this new year?
An instant settlement of the Dorset child's matter. Because the more the matter is protracted and prolonged, the greater the injustice to Dorset, and the more compromise becomes the rule of law and the independence of the judiciary. The court having awarded Dorset a judgment before the turn of the century, and it is indeed unfortunate, callous, and irresponsible of government not to discharge its legal obligation to its citizens.
Anslem, I saw a communication in your office. I know it's privileged, but can I put it to you, Anslem, that the government took you for a ride?
Well, I think the former Attorney General played fast and loose with his office in that he committed the government to settle the matter. As a matter of fact, he communicated with me and indicated in that communication that in 2 or 3 weeks I should receive a proposal with respect to payment. And it was agreed between us that Dorset would accept periodic payments, not everything at once if the government couldn't afford it. But nothing has since materialized. I have since written to the present Attorney General, who has succeeded him, D.L. Forrester, pointing out the extent to which we have effected an arrangement with the government. But I haven't yet received a response.
Anslem, give me your gut reaction to the government being unable to pay Dorset Charles his money. However, they was able to find over 60 odd million US dollars to buy shares in Greenlink.
That's not only vulgar, it is unacceptable in a democratic society. The government, well, the Prime Minister had made it abundantly clear, which is an unprecedented incursion on the independence of the judiciary, when he was heard to say that he doesn't agree with the judgment. It is not for him to agree, it's for him to accept the judgment of the court being an impartial and independent tribunal.
Anslem, do you think you have a chance in hell of getting the writ of mandamus?
Yes. I spoke with the registrar only Wednesday of this week, and I have assurances from her that the matter will be set down at the soonest opportunity so as to appear before the presiding judge so as to obtain the writ of mandamus. With that writ, we are now able to demand payment over penalty of committal to prison, and also to follow the assets of the state into the consolidated fund and beyond.
You may think that Dorset is on his own, but what Dorset is experiencing could happen to you. There are some people who you should be aware of who, for decades, centuries, they had no rights. Now they have rights, and they will never walk alone.
all together to take up the long walk to freedom, which is the flag Madiba has left before us.
We need you to be part of this movement. We need you to pay this forward.
Unless we stand up, democracy is not real.
The opposite of poverty is not wealth. The opposite of poverty is justice.
If you want to create big change, and ending child marriage means big change, you need a big wave of change.
What did we do as Last Mile Health was to reach out to those communities, mobilize them, train them to know the prevention.
The sorts of institutions that people like Madiba built for us are no longer trusted. And the only way that we're going to put it back is if we walk together.
The efforts of a small dedicated group of elders working together and without any vested personal interest in the outcome can help resolve what often seems like intractable problems.
Take action, be bold, change your world and make it exactly the world you aspire to be, your world and the world of your own children. Thank you.
Big ideas can come from anyone, anywhere, anyone willing to create change. They can come from future makers like you. The Caribbean needs your big ideas to create positive change. Your radical ideas can propel us into a more resilient future. Your ambitious ideas can make our region stronger and better. For more information on how to join the movement, go to www.caribbeanpivot.com. Will you make a moonshot? Let's innovate.
That's it. Our usual special as we say goodbye. And please, I love the comments. Keep the comments coming. You don't have to like it. Just keep the comments coming. I thank you.
So, my anxiety and I have what some people might call a friends with benefits relationship. We have no love for each other, but she still just like fucks with me sometimes. You know? We moved in together some years ago. We have inside jokes. Like when I say, I'm gonna go talk to that person over there, my anxiety looks at me and is like, bitch, please. My anxiety is the reason I didn't talk to you. She's possessive. She doesn't like me talking to other people. She's irrational. Because of her, I'll take the long way to my building to avoid someone I already passed by twice because I don't know if it's acceptable to say hey a third time. Because of her. I don't correct people at restaurants who get my order wrong. I just eat it. Because you know, maybe sweet potato fries are what I wanted, but the broccoli you gave me is what I needed. Thank you. Because of her. I take the long way to my building to avoid someone who kind of looked like my ex-boyfriend. Because whenever I hand her the aux cord, she makes sure to play back all the times he told me no one else would ever want me. Because of her, I still think no one else will ever want me. I constantly wonder, what happens to a black girl who is too anxious to ever feel like magic? Can she still fly? Can she still be fly with wings that tremble? Can she forget the lifestyle of an ant, that feeling that no matter what she does, she is in danger of being crushed? And my anxiety doesn't like to be made into metaphors, but what I'm trying to say is she is constantly reminding me of how easy I am to crush. As I speak, I am pushing against her weight on my shoulders, and that is why I shake sometimes. I have to fight to stand up straight, stop rocking. She and I picked out this outfit together. Something that dries fast. If I am sweating, it is because doing this poem feels like fighting a boxing match that you can't even see, and I am determined to knock her out. I have been fighting her for control of our house for years, fighting not to crack, stop rocking, don't shake, breathe. I think the reason my relationships don't work out is because no one knows they're signing up for a threesome. I understand. I know how hard it is to live with both of us, when we don't like feeling out of control, when we don't handle conflict well, when we don't handle being yelled at well, when everything you say to us will be repeated and deconstructed and analyzed in our head 1,000,000 times after, and if I am silent for a while, it is because I have to fight with her before I can fight with you. I've tried to cut her off before. I cannot. We do not handle separation well because of our parents, our ex, our friends. Breathe. So I guess my anxiety and I have just learned to live together. She's the longest relationship I have ever had, and as everyone leaves, she is the only relationship that I can count on. Yeah.